Are you torn between a vacation in South East Queensland and where to stay? While both brilliant destinations to visit, deciding between Brisbane versus the Gold Coast can be daunting. But today I'm here to help you out with my first-hand experience and comparisons, ultimately choosing the best spot for your travels. As a 20-year resident of Brisbane, I've spent many years travelling between the two. So while both are bustling cities, each offer a very different travelling adventure, which is what I'm going to go through in today's video. Deciding on which is the best for your visit between Brisbane versus the Gold Coast comes down to the type of holiday you seek. Brisbane is your choice for an urban landscape, offering a diverse mix of arts, dining, cultural festivals and lush green parks. On the other hand, the Gold Coast is for the ocean lovers and thrill seekers with its famous beaches, surf spots and not forgetting the theme parks. Honestly, I think you can enjoy both in different ways, but since they are so close to each other, you can actually get a mix or try out both, especially when it comes down to budget or just see one or two attractions in the alternate one. Although Brisbane and the Gold Coast are remarkably close, geographically speaking, they are individually distinct. Nestled approximately 1.5 hours drive from each other in the southeast corner of Queensland. It's not uncommon for visitors to mistakenly believe that the Gold Coast is a suburb or an extension of Brisbane. However, each maintains its own local government and vibrant cultural identity. However, this makes it possible for travellers to embark on a dual destination venture without disrupting travel time, including the option to day trip between the two. When researching for your trip, consider the type of venture you are seeking. When you keep an eye on your budget, both Brisbane and the Gold Coast offer accommodation options that provide a happy balance between cost, safety and convenience. Within the $100 to $200 price range, you can secure centrally located hotels close to public transport and main attractions, while still providing the safety and amenities consistent with higher price establishments. When it comes to activities, I find Brisbane is more budget friendly, with a wealth of free things to do that enrich your stay without straining the wallet. The city is peppered with numerous parks, art galleries and cultural events that are open to the public at no charge. For example, Brisbane's South Bank Parklands offers free swimming areas and walking paths that you can picnic amongst city skyline and river views. In contrast, I feel like the Gold Coast has an abundance of world-class attractions, which can often be more expensive. The wider range of these, such as theme parks, water sports, and premium entertainment venues, are geared towards optimal holiday enjoyment. Therefore, they can add up quickly in terms of cost. In the end, those aiming to maximise their holiday expeditions while keeping expenses low may find Brisbane to be a more economical choice. However, the Gold Coast can be more budget-friendly if you're looking out for bargains and stay a block or two away from the beach. Brisbane and the Gold Coast both have international airport gateways for visitors from around the world. The Brisbane Airport offers a wide variety of international and domestic flights. This can sometimes mean more frequent services and competitive prices, with shuttles servicing both cities. On the other hand, the Gold Coast International Airport, situated at Coolangatta, is smaller and may have fewer options. Considering the ease of travelling between the two cities, you should plan your journey with flight options available at each airport in mind, especially if you're on a budget. While Brisbane offers plenty of tours and things to do, I often find it has somewhat fewer options than the Gold Coast. That said, the tours available provide a deeper insight to the city's rich tapestry and vibrant cityscape. Some of the things you can expect are visiting the Queensland Art Gallery and the Gallery of Modern Art, explore the Brisbane River on a leisurely City Cat ferry ride, visit Moreton Island and swim around the wrecks, take a stroll or have a picnic in the Botanic Gardens, be amazed at the Mount Cootha lookout, Discover the natural splendour and wildlife at the Lone Pine Sanctuary. Finding plenty of areas for swimming. Climb the iconic Story Bridge. Check out North Stradbroke Island community. Engage in the vibrant atmosphere of Eat Street North Shore. Meander around the Arbour Walk. Relax at Streets Beach. And immerse yourself in the Aussie history at the Queensland Museum. Alternatively, the Gold Coast stands out with its abundance of touring options. I find it's more set up to accommodate for a higher volume of tourists, offering a plethora of things designed to take visitors around the attractions. Some of these include soaking up the blistering sun and surf the waves, experience the thrill of world-class theme parks like Movie World, SeaWorld and Dreamworld, explore the lush rainforests in the infamous Springbrook National Park, take a canal cruise, visit the Sky Point observation deck, or take that extra step with the Sky Point climb. Indulge in luxury shopping at Pacific Fair, see Australian wildlife at the Currumbin Wildlife Sanctuary, dive into the culinary scene at beachfront markets, or challenge yourself to water sports such as jet ski safaris or jet boating. If you want to delve more into the best things to see or do around Brisbane or the Gold Coast, I'll link my 2 other videos in the description below. Whether you hire a car depends on the nature of your visit and your holiday agenda. If you're planning to stay central in either Brisbane or the Gold Coast, you'll find plenty of attractions within walking distance or public transport. With that said, organised tours with insight from expert guides are available for a more structured itinerary. On the other hand, renting a car can expand your options, giving you the freedom to explore on your schedule in each location. With a car, you can venture to enchanting attractions that lie off the beaten path, into the Gold Coast hinterland, wildlife sanctuaries, or even a beautiful coastal drive. With that said, both Brisbane and the Gold Coast run under the same TransLink and GoCard tapping on and off system. This includes the buses, heavy rail, the light rail or tram, and the ferries. There is also a contactless card ticketing option in some areas. If you want to know more about using the public transport in Brisbane or the Gold Coast, I'll link my 2 other videos in the description below. When it comes to comparing the beaches of Brisbane and the Gold Coast unquestionably takes the crown. With over 20 years living in Brisbane, even I find myself drawn to the idyllic shores of the Goldie. This allure has long cemented the Gold Coast as my premier beach destination whenever I'm yearning for sand or surf. With its stretches of golden sands and picturesque waves, it's a haven for sunbathers and surfers alike. In my opinion, although Brisbane boasts several beach-like settings, many of these are characterised as mangrove habitats rather than the golden sandy beaches typically of the Gold Coast. While the Great Barrier Reef runs from Bundaberg to North Queensland, most people think you can't access it from Brisbane or the Gold Coast, unless you're driving up the coast first. However, Lady Elliot Island is accessed by small aircraft and leaves from the Redcliffe Airport in Brisbane or Coolangatta Airport at the Gold Coast. This can be used as a day trip option or stay for a few nights in the eco-friendly resort. No, this is classed as the southern Great Barrier Reef, and I've often found the snorkelling way better than some of the other areas in northern Queensland. As a rule, safety in Brisbane is pretty good and definitely comparable to that on the Gold Coast, especially when precautions are taken. However, both cities have a robust police presence and community. As a long-time resident of South East Queensland, I've never encountered any safety issues in either location, but I'm always aware of my surroundings. Evidence suggests that more incidents may be reported or heard of on the Gold Coast, particularly in nightlife hotspots. Since I'm not in my 20s anymore, I try to avoid things like this and get back to my hotel early on in the night. Although with any tourist destination, it's essential to stay vigilant, avoid being alone late at night and safeguard your belongings. The difference in population between the two regions is quite significant, with Greater Brisbane being a bustling metropolis home to around 2 million people. This figure is evident with Brisbane's status as the capital of Queensland. In contrast, the Gold Coast has a population of approximately 700,000 residents, but know that it's the largest non-capital city in Australia. However, the tourist numbers are relatively the same when it comes to each. Both Brisbane and the Gold Coast are veritable meccas for food enthusiasts, with each location boasting a vibrant and diverse dining scene. In Brisbane, the Eagle Street Pier and South Bank districts emerge as a gastronomic hotspot when you can find everything from street food markets to high-end dining. South Bank offers an eclectic array of cafes, bistros, restaurants with views, and the beautiful Brisbane River and city skyline. An alternative to this is the Eat Street Market, which has been increasing oversized in the past few years. This provides flavours from around the world with bustling entertainment, open every Friday to Sunday nights. Moving to the Gold Coast, this area is a treasure trove for cafe culture, with numerous coffee shops offering freshly roasted blends every few blocks. Beachfront cafes provide the perfect sea views for a leisurely breakfast or brunch, with the soothing sound of the waves. When considering traffic, it's essential to recognise that South East Queensland, which encompasses Sunshine Coast, Brisbane and the Gold Coast, this is often faced with a high volume of traffic, particularly during peak hours and holiday seasons. This is evident daily in both the 9 to 5 traffic congestions and the Friday, Sunday afternoon weekend traffic. Additionally, with a constant stream of people travelling along the Queensland coast. However, to bypass the congestion, you could take advantage of the efficient public transport system I mentioned before. Weather patterns between Brisbane and the Gold Coast are remarkably similar, given their proximity and barely an hour's drive between them. Both regions provide a subtropical climate with warm summers and mild winters, typically hosting sunshine year-round. Although occasional variations are largely due to features like coastal breezes on the Gold Coast, but these are minimal. Summers here bring the heat, especially from December to March, and I personally love this time of year for swimming. But let's not overlook the winter months from June to August, as they bless the visitors with warm sunny days against cooler nights. This is often a brilliant time to travel, making it a calmer, less crowded time to visit. Nature enthusiasts and those seeking tranquil bushland, the Gold Coast hinterland presents a treasure of natural wonders, including the sublime UNESCO World Heritage listed site, the Gondwana Rainforest. Though these parks are more easily accessed from the Gold Coast, they remain within reach for a fulfilling day trip from Brisbane. Springbrook National Park and Lamington National Park are jewels of this region. The well-marked trails lead hikers and explorers through ancient forests, as well as past awe-inspiring falls and viewpoints with stunning panoramic vistas stretching on endlessly. To fully embrace the vibrant culture and explore the natural beauty surrounding Brisbane, I think a 5-day stay is ideal. In contrast, if you're operating on a tighter schedule, then a day spent around the central business district and South Brisbane can offer a snapshot into the city's highlights. I will link my itinerary blog posts in the description below. Alternatively, when you're travelling on the Gold Coast, your itinerary can greatly depend on where you base yourself. For instance, if Surfers Paradise is your main hub, you can enjoy a compact and fulfilling 3-day itinerary. However, if your goal is to extensively explore the Gold Coast, including attractions such as the hinterlands, theme parks and various beaches, then I would recommend at least a 5-day itinerary. This longer duration allows for a wider area, giving you ample time to take in the scenic beauty and the diverse experiences. Once again, I'll link my itinerary posts in the description below. As a resident to Brisbane, I might be swayed towards a holiday on the Gold Coast, but I have also come to appreciate the multitude of attractions and activities that my own city has to offer. So did you make your choice between Brisbane or the Gold Coast? If so, then please click here on my best things to do in each destination. Otherwise, thanks for watching this week's edition, and I will see you for the next one.